In our little CES studio down here in our basement, and I'm just excited to be here. So I know that our time is short. We want to get right to it, so I'm going to introduce a few people who are going to be helping me tonight, and then we'll get going. I've got over here in my Master of Technology is Ben. Say hi, Ben.
Hello.
They can't see you wave. They just want to see. Yeah, there you go. All right, he's going to be, putting things here, showing the other presentations that are going to be going on, so we're really happy that he's here with us tonight. I've also got Lincoln Hubbard. Oh, you got to come in a little bit more. Yep, there you go. He's also a rep from BYU. He's going to be moderating for me tonight and letting me know who's in the chat. So you have the opportunity to let us know a lot of things in that chat room. And then I've got a huge team back in the other room from all of the schools that are going to be represented here tonight and institutions. So I'm going to first go through those institutions. We have, if you look over here, these are their colors identifying. So this is BYU, BYU Hawaii, Byu-Idaho, Ensign College, BYU Pathway Worldwide, and Seminaries and Institutes. All of those schools represent the church educational system, or the CES system schools, so that you are aware of those opportunities that could be for you after you finish high school. We're going to be giving away some swag tonight. So if you're in the chat, say hi and tell us where you're from, because that's something that we love to do. And we know we're giving this to Central Time Zone, but maybe we have some interlopers. You just never know.
Maybe. There always are.
There always are. We love them. All right. So if you registered for this event tonight, then you are already in our database, and we are going to be drawing those in just a few minutes. But if you haven't, don't panic. You still have an opportunity to go to cesevents.byu.edu and sign up for tonight's registration. These are for a $50 gift card to Visa. So that's a really good one. All right, I'm going to show you a video to kick us off that is going to highlight and showcase all of the similarities, not all of them, sorry, most of the similarities between these CES institutions, because they are so very similar, but you'll learn throughout the night they're also very different.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for your interest in the church educational system. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints sponsors 4 campuses of higher learning: BYU, BYU Hawaii, Byu-Idaho, and Ensign College. It also operates over 370 institutes of religion near other university campuses and Pathway online learning. This presentation will answer the most common questions we get from students applying to a CES school. Each CES campus offers different advantages to students. However, they all share some core characteristics. They each have a temple easily accessible to students. A true example of higher learning. Students at each campus are enriched by weekly devotionals where church leaders and faculty inspire and instruct. Central to students' experience are religion classes, but it's not uncommon for classes in science, math, and other topics to begin with prayer. All campuses have young single adult wards where students can attend church and hold callings. These wards provide a lot of opportunity for spiritual growth, service, and social activities. Faculty and students at all CES campuses live by an honor code. This includes high moral standards in academic conduct, residential living, and dress and grooming. And all 4 campuses grant a deferment for students who are admitted but want to serve a mission. Each CES campus is a dynamic place to learn and grow, not only academically, but spiritually. We hope this presentation will help you in deciding which schools you should apply to.
Hello, high school students. My name is Ryan Wessel, and I'm a seminary teacher here in Utah. We invited you all here tonight so we could introduce to you some of the options that you have in the church educational system after you graduate. We know you're starting to think about that now, starting to apply to schools, and we hope you'll consider a religious education or an education that includes a religious component in the next step that you take. So you got our email, you saw the flyer inviting you to this tonight. We're excited to have some of our friends here from all of the church educational system institutions, to have Missy with us to MC the whole event. Before we get into each of the institutions, however, I'd like to share with you something that President Nelson said about getting an education. Tonight, as you listen to all the information that will be provided, all the fun and all the giveaways, I hope you'll have a little prayer in your heart that you can receive inspiration to know where you should go after you graduate and what your next step is. Now listen to this from President Nelson as he gives you some information about the importance of education and how to make a decision.
From my heart and mind to yours, I address you on this occasion. Please be true to yourself. Honor, yes, even demand highest expectations from yourself. Pursue your education as a priority of the highest order. Gain all the education you can. With us as Latter-day Saints, education is a religious responsibility. The glory of God is intelligence. Your personal intelligence, your personal identity is everlasting and divine. Your mind is precious. It is sacred. Therefore, the education of your mind is also sacred. Indeed, education is a religious responsibility. Of course, our opportunities and abilities will vary a great deal. But in the pursuit of one's education, individual desire is more important than is the institution you choose. And personal drive is more significant than is the faculty.
I love President Nelson. Isn't he so wise and inspired? 2 things he said that really stood out to me. 1, education is a religious responsibility. As part of our faith in Christ and membership in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we have a responsibility to obtain all the education that we can. But 2, the second thing that he said that stood out, we need to keep in mind, that individual desire is more important than the institution that you choose. So if you end up going to school in Provo, Rexburg, Hawaii, Salt Lake, or somewhere else, it doesn't matter. As long as you apply yourself, as long as you keep the Lord in your life, and as long as you push towards becoming the person that you can become, that's what the Lord desires of us. So enjoy it tonight. Let's have some fun. Let's bring Missy back up.
Thank you.
Let's see what we can learn from all these institutions.
Woo. I have to kind of be a little more reverent after Ryan leaves because he just leaves this little peaceful feeling in his wake. And so my energy level might be just off a little bit, but I'll get it back up, I promise, and it will be appropriate. Right?
Good, Missy.
Okay, I don't ever want to be inappropriate. So, hey, we have got a gift card winner. So we were able to go into our registrations and get that. And Lincoln, you have a name for me, right?
Yeah, so Hayden Hunt registered.
Hayden Hunt. Well, if you are in our chat right now or watching, you don't have to be in the chat, but if you're watching, will you please email us at churcheducationnight@gmail.com with your mailing address, and we're going to send you that gift card. So I did see in the chat there are people from Georgia and Virginia and California and Missouri, Utah, Texas. I think Carolyn Jensen, she's one of my alumni friends, so I think she said Jack was from Texas, and so hopefully, yes. That was very good.
Georgia, Missouri, look at this.
There's all over.
There's even some people from the Central Time Zone.
From the
believe it
Central
or not.
Time Zone? Oh, I think I saw someone that was from Philippines. So,
Oh,
very good.
I'll have a look, I'll have a look.
All right. But don't worry if you did not win that gift card, because you are getting ready to be able to win some more of our swag. And I'll show you what you could potentially be winning. But first of all, I need you to take your phones and text the word BYU admissions. You can see it here on our thing. And then go to 22333. So that's who you are texting it to. 22333. Text BYU admissions. And then it's going to put you into our Poll Everywhere database, or whatever they call it. I'm not very tech savvy, so it's just going to allow you to participate in this tonight. So we're going to have, I think, 8. We have 8?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I can't count. I'm really bad at math. But I know that A is not the right answer to this first one. So, how many gallons of BYU chocolate milk are sold every year? Is it A, 500? No, it is not. B, 1,000. I'm not telling. C, 11,750. That could be right. All right. We'll come back to who's going to be winning that in just a minute. But I'm going to have BYU is up next, and our own Mark Larson, the very famous one, is going to be presenting us with that tonight.
Thank you, Missy. Should
Thank
we
you,
talk
Rob.
BYU for a few minutes?
Yes, please do.
Wonderful. All right, let me make sure I know how to run this. Very good. Here we are. Students, we are going to talk for a few minutes. I'm going to talk to you seniors for a minute because you hopefully are in the application process right now as our application opened at the end of August. We currently are test optional. Last year, because of the COVID pandemic, many students had a hard time taking an ACT or SAT exam, and so we have gone test optional at least through winter semester 2024. So if you are a senior or a junior right now, you do not have to submit, in most cases, most students do not have to submit a test to apply to BYU. However, if you think your test score is good and you're pleased with it and think it will strengthen your application, feel free to go ahead and let us look at that test score. And we will ask you on the application if you'd like us to consider that. More information can be found here at this URL. Now, students, we also have a new financial aid program called the Cougar Pell Promise. It's wonderful. If you are admitted to BYU as a new freshman and you complete the scholarship application and the FAFSA, and if you are Pell eligible as a new freshman admit to BYU, this will cover Latter-day Saint tuition for you through 4 years at BYU. It is a wonderful program. It will help students that have Pell eligibility as a new freshman admit. And again, here is the URL where you can find more information on this program. All right, scholarships. Scholarships are changing a little bit because we are test optional. We are going to consider more non-academic factors as we look at students for scholarships. We will still give out the same amount of money. ACT and SAT scores, again, are optional. We recommend that students not only complete the scholarship application, but the FAFSA application as well, and that will open up need-based scholarships for you as you apply to BYU. Also, our application fee is quite reasonable, $35, but you can apply for an application fee waiver using one of these forms right here. Send the completed form to us through iMessage, which is our internal email system, so to speak. Once you start the application and have a net ID, you can iMessage us. And again, more information can be found here. All right, so students, what do we look for seems to be the question that we get asked the most as we travel around the country and talk to students. Here's what I'd like to tell you about the admissions evaluation. We are looking at students in a very broad manner. We're looking holistically at students. And what does that actually mean? For example, if you look at this line of music, can you tell me what is the most important note in this line of music? Obviously, that's impossible because they go together to create the beautiful music. So when students ask me, what's the most important class I can take during high school? Or what activities should I be involved in? What should I emphasize during my high school experience? These questions are really impossible to answer for you. We want you to simply create your high school experience according to your passions, your desires, and do your best in all you do. Our Director of Admissions, Lori Gardner, is going to share with you a little bit about the admissions process.
What makes a great BYU student? There is no checklist or magic formula to getting into BYU, but here are some pointers. As you prepare to apply to BYU, don't forget to consider our mission and aims. There are 4 aims to a BYU education. Spiritually strengthening. We recommend attending, participating in, and graduating from seminary. Participate in other activities that will strengthen your testimony of Jesus Christ and prepare you to learn in an environment that is rooted in the gospel. Intellectually enlarging. To be prepared academically, we recommend you take challenging college preparatory classes during high school. Pursue your passions inside and outside of the classroom. Character building. A person of character should have a strong work ethic and be able to demonstrate resilience and honesty. You should be respectful of others despite differences, honor commitments, and have integrity in all you do. Lifelong learning and service. We look for students that already have a love of learning and a sincere desire to serve others. Cultivate your love of service through sustained exposure to meaningful service opportunities. If you want to be considered, you have to apply. Take the time necessary to present your best self.
Great advice. Thank you, Lori. All right, students, let me run through a final few slides. Feel free to take a picture of these if you'd like to. I'm going to give you some URLs, some websites that will be helpful as you prepare for BYU. These I think you will find to be helpful websites. The first one, admissions.byu.edu, is our admissions website. We do have some upcoming events, not only live stream, but some in-person events around the country. If you go to inyourtown.byu.edu, you can see where those are and register for those events. We are currently conducting on-campus tours in person, or you can do a virtual tour, and there is the URL where you can sign up for a tour. And then, of course, we'd love it if you would follow us on social media. Now, seniors, just pay attention to the deadlines. Start now. The application will take you more than a few hours to complete. So August 25th, it became available. November 1st is the priority deadline. And if you meet that deadline, you will receive extra consideration. December 15th is the final deadline. And February 21st is when we will notify all students of their decisions. All right? You can find your rep that represents your specific state at that website, and or you can call or message us, and we would be happy to help you out. All right, go Cougars. Thanks, Missy.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Alrighty, very good. All right, we have got an answer for our poll, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And it is...
Correct! I'm so proud of you! You all got that right! Well done! Okay, I'm gonna have... Is that too loud?
We're going to go with phone numbers.
Numbers.
The last 4 digits of the winner's phone number is 1300, 130.
1300. So, if your last four digits of your phone number that you just texted in with was 1300, will you please identify who you are in the chat? That would be awesome. You don't have to do that. But if we could for sure get your email or have you email us your mailing address, we're going to send you some BYU swag or some CES swag. Okay, get ready to load me up. I made my arms bigger so that I could handle all of it. It could be a Byu-Idaho sweatshirt. It could be a BYU Hawaii swag bag. There's a t-shirt in there and some lanyard. Oh, it could be a BYU water bottle. Very good. Oh, it could be a BYU Pathway Worldwide blanket. Ensign College, they have a lovely water bottle as well. Oh goodness, you're really doing this, huh? Okay, BYU shoes.
That's the water
shirt.
bottle.
That was the water bottle. We won't send you the damaged goods one. BYU, or this is a BYU t-shirt. Oh, and you're gonna, oh gracious, hello. You did that last on purpose.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now I'm really this is all the stuff. So I'm going to put that away, but let me first talk to you about degrees and certificates. All right, this is what BYU, all of the CES schools offer in terms of their bachelor's, associates, minors, and certificates. And you'll see that they're varied. There is something for everyone, but not always at every school. So if you are interested in travel and tourism, BYU Hawaii has an amazing program for that, but not maybe Byu-Idaho doesn't. Byu-Idaho has animal science. BYU does not. Ensign College has a lot of certificate programs where BYU does not. So that's what I'm saying. Go ahead and do some shopping around, see what you want to do, identify those interests, and then go from there. Now I'm going to introduce to you your new, what do you call it? The next Poll Everywhere. Why is it not advancing? Ben, what's going on with my, it's because I have all of this stuff. Oh, it just shut down. Eyes on me. Just kidding. You can do whatever. So we need to have them go to the new, yes. Just a little technical difficulty. It did this last night to us. It likes to have a little bit of fun with us. Anyway, I did see some good answers and chatting going on in there. There's 49 people, maybe 50 by now, that are chatting, and we really are excited that you're available to watch this tonight. Our next question is going to be about BYU Hawaii, and so get your phones ready. I'll reiterate those directions. Go to your phone and text the word BYU admissions to the number 22333, and then it's going to put you into the queue. Don't answer in the chat. The chat doesn't have anything to do with the Poll Everywhere questions. So if you've got that going, then you will be able to answer the A, B, C. Sometimes there's a D, but most of them I think are just A, B, C. So we're going to be coming up now to BYU Hawaii, and their question is, what is their athletic teams known for? Are they called the Stingrays? Are they called B, the Sharks? Or are they called C, the Seasiders? And we'll have that open in just a minute. How are we doing over there, friends?
Sorry, not that great.
It's okay. We've got this.
Do you know where in box list of it? This is a second. Technical difficulties. Send in a dad joke, I'll read it out.
We'll have Eddie come over and start playing his ukulele while I put these away. Oh, my hat. Mess my hair up. Why don't you? There you go. All right, we're almost ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lincoln, number 1.
Does it work? I don't move.
Go up, 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 up. There you go. There you go.
I'm going to try this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, viewers, our PowerPoint keeps crashing, and I have no idea why. So,
You may just have to play and talk to them.
here's what we're going to do. Hold on.
I love this. All right. I do have access to watch what you're chatting about. Hold on.
Yep.
What are some questions that maybe I can answer on while we have some of this time? Yes, somebody said aim for the November 1 priority deadline. I can not reiterate that enough. And not all the schools are going to have the same ACT, SAT requirement, so that's being answered there. Very good. What else have we got over here? Riley Baird, it looks like you got your question answered on how you are going to be able to participate in the Poll Everywhere, so that's good. And aloha, a lot of people saying aloha. Isn't that a fun word to say? You guys are getting ready because BYU Hawaii is on deck, huh? All right, Caitlin's asking, what do these numbers mean? So the code 22333 is our specific code for Poll Everywhere with BYU admissions. And we're using it tonight with the CES stuff so that we could engage the audience a little bit better with that kind of technology, because sometimes that's the nice way of being able to participate in the presentation and not just having us talk to you. So that's the reason for those numbers. I hope that helped. Thank you so much for your patience. I agree. All right. Eddie, are you ready to play some, do you want to play? Let's have you come over. We'll have you entertain them for just a minute. even though we're not quite up yet. Get your shakas
What's
ready. What's up?
Well,
Okay.
we could play the Hawaii video, couldn't we? Because you can play the video.
Oh, okay. We're gonna play the Hawaii video,
We'll come back to the podium.
and then we'll come back. All right, very good. So if you said the stingrays, you were really close because do you guys even have stingrays? You do have some? Oh, they're so beautiful. I got to kiss one once. But C is the correct answer, Seasiders. So we're gonna, in just a second, we're gonna draw a winner for that. But let's bring in BYU Hawaii right now, okay? Come on in.
All right.
Go, Chad. Go, Chad. There we go.
All right. For BYU Hawaii.
I'm out of here.
Oh, that was Eddie Mayava, and he'll be with us shortly after. My name is Chad Ewan, and I am an admissions officer for BYU Hawaii. We're so glad to be here and thankful for the opportunity we have to be in the studio with you all. So here at BYU Hawaii, or at BYU Hawaii, I keep saying here. I'm so used to being in person and doing my own Zoom calls. But at BYU Hawaii, we are the preeminent International Center of Learning in the Pacific. We have a diverse population of 3,000 students representing 60 countries. About half of our population of enrollment are international students. We are a small campus, and that is a unique laboratory of intercultural leadership development. With a small campus, we have a small classroom size, so about 30 students per classroom. So that means students, if you attend class and you don't attend, your teacher will know that you're not attending class. But jokes aside, our professors are very concerned about our students and their student life. So, thank you for the clicker. All right, so some required things that we have for BYU Hawaii that are different from all of our other schools is that the ACT or SAT score is required for us. So you need to take that. Please plan ahead and to do those tests. That's required for BYU Hawaii. 4 years of seminary is very important if you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So please attend seminary and graduate. We love those that graduate there. And also we love our return missionaries. So if you have served a mission or planning to serve a mission, that's great. We love our return missionaries. And please write your experiences and your essays. We are requiring about 4 to 6 essays. So please do that. That way we can know you better besides just your grades and your scores. We'd like to know more about you and how you can contribute to BYU Hawaii. Also, our Holokai curriculum is very different from all the other universities. What we require for students to graduate is they need to have a major and 2 minors. So that being said, our major 2 minors have 3 different categories, which are professional studies, arts and humanities, and math and sciences. So that being said, we do not have any general education requirements. However, there are core requirements that you need to do, and they are religion, your English, 2 courses of English, and a math course. So very different from other universities, but we promise you're going to have a lot of fun. Also, like you said, we do have fun, but you're going to have to study hard also. We love students that want to come here and nurture and grow their testimony. And that's very important. That's part of our mission, is to put together secular and academic learning. So we love learners and leaders and builders, those who plan to build their homes, communities, and the kingdom of God. And that is a wrap, and we're so grateful to be here in this wonderful state of Utah. And we'd like to bring Eddie and Missy back.
I'm in trouble. Anyway, this is my Waishaka. Thank you so much to BYU Hawaii for rolling with that and being prepared for that. So we're going to be having some, we're hoping to get our things back up so that we can do all of our Pull Everywhere by the end. So hang tight on that. We'll be doing that. But will you just give me a warm welcome now for Byu-Idaho's Brady Norfelt and Ida, ho, ho, ho. You're supposed to say ho, ho, ho.
Oh, sorry.
I know. Okay. There's your
my stuff.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Missy. As was mentioned, my name is Brady Norfelt. I'm excited to be here to talk to you guys tonight. For those of you who are a little unfamiliar with Byu-Idaho and what we have to offer and all that kind of stuff, we are a university that's much like the rest of these guys, but we're located in Idaho. So for those of you who are familiar with Byu-Idaho and think of us as just this small little university in a small town in Idaho surrounded by potato fields, well, you're not too far off, but there is more than meets the eye in Byu-Idaho and Rexburg. We are basically the Hawaii of the mainland. If you just take pineapples and swap them for potatoes, you're basically looking at this exact same thing. So Idaho's a fantastic place. I've loved working there. I loved attending there a long time ago when I was in my youth. It's a fantastic university. Now, what is there to do in Idaho? That's a question that we get all the time from people everywhere we go. And we started to list out some of the things that our students get up to, and it became this really long list. So I'm going to talk to you about a few of those different things. We have lots of different clubs on campus that you can get involved in. Anything from like Dungeons and Dragons clubs to comedy clubs that you can do improv with. There's LARPing on campus. There's also a very robust Intramural Sports program where you can compete. You can have you have a competitive league and a non-competitive league in that intramural sports, and anything from volleyball, soccer, tennis, all that kind of stuff. Lots of fun stuff. We also have a ton of outdoor stuff you can get involved in. Yellowstone is an hour north of us. The Grand Teton Mountain Range is just to the east of us a little bit. There's several ski resorts close by. Tons and tons of stuff to get involved with on and off campus. Lots of concerts, plays, everything like that. So let's talk a little bit about what makes BYU-Idaho unique and different compared to other universities out there. First and foremost, we believe in the potential of every student. What does that mean? We admit 97% of the students who apply to our campus. We're excited to be able to offer admissions to so many students, and we know that from our studies that we have done with our graduates that a vast majority of them are graduating and getting great jobs afterwards. And so we know that no matter where we get our students from academically, that we can help them to succeed. We also provide what's called a high-value education. What does that mean? That for such a low tuition cost, we have one of the lowest tuition rates around, and for how good the education is, that big of a gap there, that provides such a high value to our students. We have teaching-focused faculty. That means that our teachers are focused on being the best teachers that they can be. They don't spend all of their time doing research and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of a secondary thing that they do to perfecting how they are as teachers. Now, real-world preparation is another thing that we feel like we do very well on our campus. Anything from our students in our business department who actually have the opportunity to start a business on campus for a semester. The university gives them a small loan. They're told to just start a business, and they see how much money they can make in a semester, and they gain all sorts of experience. All the way to our biology students who actually get to work in actual cadaver labs on campus. So that's pretty cool as well. In all of our areas on campus, we want to provide that real-world or hands-on learning to all of our students. That's something that we focus on very heavily. And lastly, you get to do all of this with people who share your values, and that's such an important and wonderful thing about coming to Byu-Idaho and all of these schools. Now, of course, if you come to Byu-Idaho and you get a great education, you have a ton of fun doing it, and you get to explore all the beauties of Idaho, and say you get to learn how to ski, and you come out with lifelong friends and a great job, if that's all that you've got from us, then we have failed you, because our mission is to build testimonies of our Savior Jesus Christ. And we do that in a myriad of ways. We have devotionals every Tuesday where campus shuts down for an hour and we get to listen to some incredible speakers. We start classes with prayer. When you come to campus to any of these schools, you are now the people who fill all the callings in the ward. So you could be the Relief Society president now instead of your mom, or the Elders Quorum president or something like that. And it's a bit scary at first, but it helps you grow and mature and build that testimony of our Savior. We'd love to have you on campus. If you're ever headed to Yellowstone or in the area, in Jackson or anything, come on over to Byu-Idaho and check us out, and you get to see what we're all about. Now back to Missy.
Very good. All right. Did you know that the national song or the state song is "Here We Have Idaho, winning her way to fame"? Oh, somebody gonna sing with me? Oh, that's the door. Haha, you guys are funny. Very funny. All right. All right, friends, we're still working on our PowerPoint. Hopefully that we're able to get it up soon. Will you just continue to bear with us? I know that you're not getting the same visual effect. And as beautiful as I am, it is probably not what you were really wanting to learn tonight. So that's okay. But I want to talk to you a little bit about Latter-day Saint tuition. So if you were a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, this is where you would be able to have more opportunity. Well, you'd get a little bit of a break on the tuition because our church subsidizes education. Every single one of our CES institutions, and even at seminaries and institutes, it's free for you to go there. So you can see that even if you're not a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, that tuition is very affordable. From $3,000 to, I think, Pathways is about $1,200 or $1,900. Yeah, 1,800, 90 something. So I say that because we've got BYU Pathway is here tonight, and he's saying, yep, you're right, Missy, or nope, you're not right, Missy. Anyway, so that's something that is an exciting thing. It's a very affordable option, and we'll talk about financial aid opportunities in just a bit, but we're still seeing if we're going to be able to get this going. Yes, we are. I know. Have a collective prayer, everyone.
Maybe next week.
Isn't this the prayer emoji?
Yes.
Yes. We're just having a little prayer, and that's okay. So for Byu-Idaho's Poll Everywhere question, we haven't been able to give it yet, but I'll give you a little head start on it. It is, what was how many students were enrolled when BYU, well, when it was called Byu-Idaho Academy? I'm sure. Bannock Academy. So how many students were enrolled? Was it 56? Was it 500? Or was it 17,586? And there's been a joke that said they didn't even know if there still is 17,586 people there. But guess what? I think there might be. Oh, Lincoln, are you getting my hopes up?
Oh.
You've got the dongle? Oh. Byu-Idaho started as Bannock Stake Academy in 1888 with how many students? Oh, I was wrong on the B. It was only 435. Okay.
People might be able to vote on that.
You're able to vote on that now. So if you go A, 59, B, 435, or C, 17,560, that is going to be the correct number. Oh, I mean, I didn't tell you that. Just go ahead and do that. Okay.
So, more information.
Sometimes technology
Alright.
is your best friend, and sometimes it's not. So if I was a TikTok video right now, I'd probably be going dun 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 dun. What's going on? Dun 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 dun. I don't know. Dun 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 dun. And go from there. Is that good? Oh, we're up. We're live. What? Happy day. Okay, so this is the Latter-day Saint tuition I was just talking about. Gives you a little bit better understanding of that. But what makes it really wonderful is that the dongle is not back in there.
We're gonna ditch poll everywhere for the rest of the night.
Okay.
We'll just do,
We're gonna not do that.
oh, sorry, you need this.
Where is? I don't know where it goes. Oh, thanks. Here we go. BYU is a private institution. BYU Hawaii, also private. Byu-Idaho, private. Ensign College, private. So when you look at those numbers compared to the private institutions, that's amazing. So, we're not going to be doing poll everywhere, but we're still going to be getting names out of the chat and sending chat swag, right?
Yes, I'm going to ask the chat team live on air if the chat team could pick out a couple of random names from who you've been chatting to. Send them to me, and we'll do swag that way.
We'll get swag going that way. So it won't be doing poll everywhere anymore, but we're still gonna, you'll all have the same opportunities if you're participating in this chat to get some swag. All right, we've got Kemp here from Pathway Worldwide. He's going to talk to you more about that program.
Thanks, Missy.
Thank you.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's kind of been fun watching this. These guys are working really hard trying to get this back up, so thank you. I'm Kemp Nickel. I'm the enrollment manager at BYU Pathway, and I'm really excited to introduce you to BYU Pathway Worldwide. We are the newest of all the CES organizations, and we're relatively new. We were organized in 2017, and we represent the online programs for the CES schools. And we work right now in association with Byu-Idaho and Ensign College. And the programs that we offer are spiritual, online, at low cost. And we are a service provider for the online programs. At the inauguration of BYU Pathway, this is what President Nelson said. He said, BYU Pathway brings an innovative approach to education, one that is unique to the church educational system and to the world. The great thing about BYU Pathway Worldwide is we are able to bring the online CES environment to the students. We know there's lots of people that would love to come to the campus, and if you can, we encourage you to do so. But if you can't and you need to stay home, don't give up on college. BYU Pathway is a great option for students, and it's not just a few who are attending. In 2020, we served over 51,000 students, and this year in 21, it's looking to end up about 58,000 students, and so there's a lot of good things happening. So with that as a brief introduction, this is a short video that will give you some more detail.
Do you wish that you could earn a university degree, but think you can't because of high tuition costs, lack of time, fear, or other obstacles? BYU Pathway Worldwide removes these barriers by providing access to spiritually based degrees completely online from anywhere in the world, and at a significantly reduced cost. Here's how it works. In association with Byu-Idaho and Ensign College, BYU Pathway Worldwide offers access to online certificates and degrees in areas of business, technology, health, communication, family, and professional studies. Every degree program is built with certificates, and a certificate is typically made up of just 5 courses and can be completed in 1 year or less. To build a degree, you select 3 marketable certificates that stack into an associate degree as well as a bachelor's degree, and for no additional cost or time. One of the best parts about earning certificates on the way to a degree is that you can get a job or improve your employment way before graduating. In fact, more than half of all students who are seeking employment report making more money after completing their first certificate, and then see an even bigger income boost after completing a bachelor's degree. Perhaps the most meaningful aspect of pursuing a degree through BYU Pathway Worldwide is the spirituality it builds within students. Religion courses teach spiritual doctrines from the Holy Scriptures and modern prophets and apostles that deepen conversion and bring people closer to God and Jesus Christ. There are 2 ways to start a degree. Most students select the preferred path, which starts with Pathway Connect. It is offered at a reduced cost, and no ACT or SAT are required for admission. Pathway Connect includes a blend of foundational, academic, and religion courses that teach life skills and will help you see increased success, no matter your age, and every course counts toward your degree. In addition to these courses, students also gather once a week to support one another and participate in educational and leadership activities related to their courses. You may choose to gather virtually through online groups or in person at a local church meeting house. While the preferred path is recommended for most students, some students may benefit by starting their degree with the advanced path. This option requires a more detailed application process, including submission of ACT or SAT scores, and is primarily for individuals who have previously taken several university courses and also have experience taking courses online. However, even these students often benefit by starting with the preferred path. No matter which path you start with, tuition prices are significantly less than what you would pay somewhere else. And while tuition for both paths is low, the cost of the preferred path is reduced even more. In summary, BYU Pathway Worldwide makes higher education attainable for everyone, including people who thought it might never be possible.
Sometimes you think that you have had all the chances in the world, and then you get this amazing blessing out of nowhere. So to me, it was just the biggest gift I could have ever gotten.
Pathway is a blessing, really changed my life.
BYU Pathway Worldwide brings an innovative approach to education. I encourage each person, regardless of age, to continue to learn. Pursue whatever path will be most valuable to you and to your own family. You will be blessed as you do this. You will grow academically, professionally, and spiritually as you seek to enhance your education.
That's a great message from our prophet about BYU Pathway and from the students, and there really is a lot of great things that are going on with BYU Pathway. Here on the slide you can see that we have many program areas, and that continues to grow. We don't have time right now to review them all, but you'll see that we have bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and many certificates that are really helpful for potential income as people complete that. As you saw in the video, again, there are two ways to start a degree with BYU Pathway. First is the preferred path, and we really recommend this for all students. There's 6 foundational courses that all count towards the degree, and they transfer into the degree, which is the advanced path. Now, if somebody already has 60 to 70 credits, advanced path might be the best option, but you can talk to one of our enrollment counselors about that. And the thing that I really love to talk about is the affordable tuition with BYU Pathway. For those who start in the preferred path, the tuition is $77 per credit. If they want to start in the advanced path, it is $131. But those who complete the preferred path, which is Pathway Connect, they will continue to pay that Pathway Connect tuition in their online degree program. So as you think about your options, if you have a chance to come to one of the campuses and apply here, we really encourage you to do that. But if you don't and you need to stay home, please take a look at BYU Pathway Worldwide. Education is such an important part of our life, and we want to be able to bring the CES experience to you. I'll just finish on this note with something President Nelson said. He said, gain all the education you can. For us as Latter-day Saints, gaining an education is not just a privilege, it is a religious responsibility. We're very grateful for the opportunities that we have to bless people's lives, and there's so many good things happening. So thank you for your time, and Missy, I'll give it back to you.
Thank you very much. Can appreciate that. All right, Pathway Worldwide. It is changing lives, and I really can appreciate that for sure. I like life-changing events, so I think that's wonderful. Thanks to have it. It's wonderful to have them there. Did you know that they joined us in 2017? You would if we were able to do our poll everywhere, but we're not, and so I don't want you to panic about that. But they did join us in 2017. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about first-year financial help. Oh, but first I want to...
You have a couple of names?
Yeah, well, I think we do have some names in the chat. I'm looking at my phone, and it looks like I want to give some swag to Kristen Saldivar. You've been very active on this chat with BYU Hawaii, so that's wonderful. And Taylor Carlisle. Will you also please email me your mailing address I'm going to get it up here right now. churcheducationnight@gmail.com. And we will just need to know, where you're living so that we can mail that to you. All right, let me go over here to first year financial help. So if you think that, sometimes people are like, oh, I'm never going to be able to afford to go to school. Well, that might be true, but don't count yourself out exactly, because a lot of people are getting some financial help. Now, financial help could be anything from a scholarship to federal aid to a grant to a private donor. Maybe you have access to a Kiwanis scholarship, Lions Club, those kinds of things. So those all can add up and help you with these expenses that are, and where we already know that with the church education system tuition prices, that's a good value for that. I do want to tell you a little bit about Scholarship Universe. So there are a lot of companies out there who are willing to take your money, let's say $100, and they'll be like, oh, but we'll go and try and find you $1,000 opportunity. So they think that they're doing you this great service, and majority of them are scams. So if you go here, however, to Scholarship Universe, and you could put byu.scholarshipuniverse, byuh.scholarshipuniverse.com, bui.scholarshipuniverse.com, or ensign.scholarshipuniverse.com. All of those have been vetted. So if you're going to be applying to any of those schools, that's where you would go, and then you would fill out a profile, and then they're going to come back and say, hey, based on your interests and the things that you've listed in your profile, we think you might have a shot at these XYZ scholarship opportunities. And then you can go and apply for those. So it's vetted, it is something you can trust, and it's free to you. So you don't even need to worry about paying for that. All right, I've got Kelsey from the lovely Ensign College coming up soon. And if we were to be doing Poll Everywhere, it would be what was Ensign College first named. I'm going to tell you right now, it was called Salt Lake Academy. And that would have been A. So anybody who's like, I'm just going to put C on everything, that does not work here, because A was the right answer. All right, take it away, Kelsey.
Awesome. Isn't Missy so cool, you guys? Missy and I had prepared a TikTok dance for y'all tonight, but we thought that if we did that, we might become too popular and it would just take over the show. So we decided not to do that. We also considered a headstand contest, but we thought that might be too distracting as well.
Whose head were you going to stand on?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we will just continue with our presentation. I am so excited to talk to you guys about Ensign College. Just last year, we changed our name from LDS Business College to Ensign College, and we are thrilled to reintroduce the college. And so to get started, I wanted to share a video that just talks a little bit more about who we are.
This is Ensign College, home to over 2,000 students and 68 nationalities who come to experience the diverse energy of this place, with over 20 different programs including computer science, accounting, interior design, medical assisting, and many more. Located in the heart of Salt Lake City, you'll never be bored. Each one of you has an important part to play, so if you want to know what makes us tick, then come to Ensign College.
Wasn't that video the best, you guys? So a fun fact about that video, it was actually created by our student employees, which is amazing. It's super incredible, which kind of goes right into our next topic to talk about our mission statement. LDS Business College, formerly Ensign College now, we are developing capable and trusted disciples of Jesus Christ. We want all of our students to feel confident and to build character and to be really excited and thrilled to go into the workforce, which is why we try to equip you with market-ready skills to help you feel like you're ready to jump in and start building your career. So a little bit more about us. Typically every year we have around 2,200 students who come on campus. We've had around 100,000 students attend since we've opened our doors, and we've had about 54% of our students who were first-generation college students who were admitted last year in 2020, which is pretty incredible. One thing that I love about Ensign College is the diversity. We have students that come from 60+ countries around the world. So when we're in the elevators and when we're in between classes, it's really fun to hear all of the different languages and to learn about all the different cultures. We have incredible students at Ensign College, and they make it the very, very best. So a little bit more about us and what we offer. We, as I mentioned, we try to equip you with market-ready skills, and to do that, we have kind of 4 different options for degrees. We have bachelor's degrees, which are new this year. We have Associate of Applied Science degrees, we have Associate of Science degrees, and certificates. So here's just a look at the variety of different certificates we offer. When we were LDS Business College, a lot of people thought that we offered just business degrees, but as you can see, we have a ton of different degrees that you can choose from medical assisting, to paralegal studies, to cybersecurity, so there are lots of options. We also have a lot of awesome Associate of Applied Science degrees, which are very specialized degrees, and then our new bachelor degrees, which we're really, really thrilled about. So a little bit about kind of the classes and how those work. We have about 21 students compared to one teacher. Our average class size is around 20, and we have over 100,000 alumni that you can join when you graduate from Ensign College. A lot of our professors actually work in the current fields of what they're teaching you about, so that you're able to kind of get the most up-to-date and relevant content. They're great for networking, and they can help you find jobs after you graduate. We're located right in the heart of Salt Lake City, so there's tons of fun things you can do. If you really want an epic experience, you could try to float on the Great Salt Lake. You could go to a concert at the Vivint Arena. I went to the Jonas Brothers a few years ago, and that was one of the best days of my life. So there's a lot of things to do downtown in Salt Lake City. We try to get a lot of different activities so our students can get to know one another. As I mentioned, with students coming from 60 plus countries, you have a lot of really cool friends to meet when you come. We also give free UTA passes, so you have access to the tracks, to the buses, and to the front runner, which is great. Tuition, Missy mentioned this a little bit earlier, but we have some great tuition prices. If you want to learn a little bit more, we have the website down below on the slide that you can look more into that. And then quickly with our admission requirements, we try to make the application process very simple. So we include an essay. You have to show proof of graduation, high school graduation, or have some college credits. There's an application fee and then an endorsement. So we try to make it simple. We want you guys to come here and have a great experience. So your next steps, start your application today. Our applications for winter, spring, and fall of 2022 are open. If you have more questions, we have a really cool outreach and admissions counselor. His name is Jake Smith. His contact information is on this slide. So if you guys have questions, I promise he's the best one to contact. Maybe he'll even play his drums for you. He's really, really sweet. And follow us on social media. That's where we try to update all of our current students and prospective students. And please come on campus. Come take a campus tour. We'd love to meet you. Now I will turn the time back to Missy.
We should do the Applebee's one.
Yes.
Because you're crazy like
Applebee's. Yes.
Date night. 2 straws going, girl, I got you.
There you go.
Like, bana, bama, shama. I don't know.
And I know.
I'm gonna,
Well,
I don't know.
Don't look at me. I don't
I
know.
practice that in the mirror all the time, and I still can't get it right, which is why you'll never see me doing a TikTok reel. Anyway, or reel. Ooh, I probably just combined those two. Sorry. Copyright infringements, my bad. All right, we're gonna do some winners. We do still have a gift card winner though, right? We have one more.
Yes.
Okay, let's
Should
do
we
that
gift
right
card
now.
winner? All right,
Yeah.
so thank you for registering to Kate McLean.
Kate McLean of the Clan McLean.
You get a Visa gift card.
Visa gift card. So will you please email me your mailing address to churcheducationnight@gmail.com, and we will get that gift card sent out to you.
And shall we do
let's do some more.
2 more from the chat, and we'll call that good. Emma Flood.
Emma Flood.
And
Woo!
Heidi Viola Fairchild.
Heidi Viola Fairchild. That's a beautiful name. Where are you from, Heidi Viola Fairchild? Do you know where she's from? She sounds like she could be from the South with a name like that.
She's from,
Heidi Viola Fairchild.
She was asking about homeschooling. I don't know where she's
very
from.
good. Okay. All right. If you two will both email me at churcheducationnight@gmail.com, that would be wonderful. All right. This would have been the last Poll Everywhere. We're not doing Poll Everywhere. But the most remote institute class in the world is it in Alaska? Is it in Scotland? Or is it in Kiribati Island? Don't be saying Kiribati. You would be wrong. Just saying. All right. We've got Ryan Wessel back here from Seminaries and Institute who's going to take it home for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wasn't that fun, guys? Don't we have some neat institutions in the church educational system? No matter who you are, no matter what your preference is when it comes to schooling, there's a school that can fit for you. And you know what? If one of these schools doesn't fit, there's another option. The Institutes of Religion. Institutes of Religion are an opportunity for you to experience weekday religious education as a young single adult wherever you are in the world. Come join a gospel study group. You'll be able to connect with single young adults from around the world to experience relevant gospel learning that's about topics and experiences in your life at your age, and belong to a global community. The Institutes of Religion are available anywhere that you are, and we invite all of you after you graduate to participate there. In fact, I know it can be difficult when you graduate from high school to find your footing as an adult and to find and maintain your testimony. Let me share with you an experience of one of our Institute students where she talks about her difficulty in leaving high school and how Institute was able to help.
Hi, my name is Laura. I live in Toronto, Canada. It's my first year of university. I'm in forensic science. I'm a seminary graduate. But since I've graduated, I've realized that I've taken seminary for granted. And, you know, I miss that. I miss having seminary every day. My life has changed a lot, especially my testimony. When I was in seminary, I thought my testimony was really strong. But when I moved here, when I was on my own, it's definitely not as strong as I thought it would be. A lot of things are coming at you, and it really tests your testimony. Because it's not as strong as I thought it would be, that's where I'm so grateful for Institute, because it helps me strengthen it, and it just helps me realize what I actually really need to focus on. It makes me feel like myself, which is really hard sometimes because you're trying to figure out who you are. And when I'm at Institute, I know who I am. And for me, I'm loved. I'm a daughter of God. And I'm very blessed.
What a great experience. Wherever you go, my friends, whether it be at one of the church educational system schools or not, you'll be able to find an Institute. Institute is everywhere. We have literally thousands of Institute programs on hundreds of campuses across the United States and across the world. So I'd invite you, whatever your next step is, begin your Institute journey at myinstitute.churchofjesuschrist.org. We will take all young adults all year round to participate in our classes, our workshops, our activities, our socials, and our service projects. We invite you all to participate in Institute. Missy, we made it to the end.
We made it.
That's it.
These guys made it. Thanks.
They made it.
Yeah, they all deserve prizes. So, very fun. Before we leave, I want to give a little bit more shout outs to, let's see, who we got?
Bailey Higby.
Bailey Higby. Wonderful. Will you mail me or email me your mailing address? I'll put that up in just a second, but we're going to say another name. Let's do Ryan Hunter. Did we already say him?
I don't think so.
Will you put him on there?
I will.
Ryan Hunter, Bailey Higby. Oh, somebody told me that Riley would like me to do a TikTok dance in another live stream. In another live, Riley, for crying out loud. Oh, goodness. I'm not very good at that. But I love it. Thanks for participating and being good sports. All right, I will tell you, though, that the most remote Institute class in the world is in Kiribati Island, and that is a Pacific island, so whoever said A and B, you were completely wrong. But I can see why you'd say Alaska, because that's really remote. And
I can see why you'd say Scotland.
Scotland, yes, you probably would say that. Why would say that? All right, as we've mentioned, we have a lot of things in common, but we also have a lot of things that are different, and deadlines is one of those things. Pay attention to the application deadline when it opens, if there's a priority deadline, when the final deadline ends, when there's a scholarship deadline. And then, let's see, Ben, let me have you come off of the PowerPoint and just so I can point. Okay, on this side of the common, these are going to be addresses or websites. On this one, this is going to be email addresses. So go back to the thing, yeah. So that you know that. Take a picture of that because those are going to be some really good resources for you as you are starting this journey of looking at and exploring in schools of which one you want to go to, which ones you're interested in, and we're good for that. You guys have been awesome. You've been very patient as we've had these technical malfunctions. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, and I hope you have a very good and safe night. Stay healthy. Love you.
Thank you.